Clays, Jug Full, two of the key runners, and there is number 17 Unrosal Saint. Meantime, though, Caulfield, we have correct weight, suit successful, starting to move in for the Sydney Cup. All the best with his call to Ian Craig.
Right, as Brendan joins us, thank you. And 3 to move in for the Cup. Yes, the previous race, a thrilling finish with Victory Vane. Danny Beasley, great ride, and the little filly completed a marvellous autumn campaign, beating his stablemate 4 Half Hennessy by a short head, and third 2 Schwazia, 5 ran fourth. So Bede Murray can be very, very happy with the training Quinella, eh? Now, Mr. Nelson will be the last to come up here. And a wide open market it is for the Schweppes Sydney Cup of 2002, and they're all set, ready to go. And they're off this time, and Meet the Stars just a little slowly away. Plea got out well, and so did Ebony Honor, and wider out Mr. Nelson. Not far away next is Dress Circle, and punching up on the inside as they settle down Cavallo Bruno. Now Mr. Nelson is persevering for the lead, and down past the 600 on the first occasion, Mr. Nelson from Dress Circle, Ebony Honor. In fourth, Posse Royal Treen. Hale is next, followed closely by Pentastic, and then Cavallo Bruno inside of Henderson Bay. 2.5 lengths further back, the grey Armstrong. Plea is next, followed by Spirit of Westbury, and then comes Lottery Prize. Karasi from Homewrecker, Star of the Seas, Mr. Prudent, and then Meet the Stars, followed by Soldier Blue. Asia next to last, and Conair is last of all as the Cup field makes its way down the long Randwick stretch, and coming down to the judge. And the leader on the inside, Mr. Nelson, narrowly. Second is Ebony Honor, a length and a half to Dress Circle, and Hale is fourth, a horse off the rails. Followed by Cavallo Bruno, Royal Train, a couple to Pentastic. 2.5 to Armstrong, pulling a little on the inside of Henderson Bay. Then Lottery Prize, Plea a length and a half, Karasi. Spirit of Westbury on the outside of Star of the Seas from Homewrecker. Meet the Stars on the fence. Then Mr. Prudent, last year's winner, followed by Soldier Blue, Asia, and Absolute is Conair. Around nearly 20 lengths would cover them, working out of the straight and going up past the 1900. And Mr. Nelson is the leader from Ebony Honor. A length away, third, Dress Circle. Hale is fourth, followed closely by Cavallo Bruno. Here's Soldier Blue letting rip, going around them quickly now, followed by Royal Train. Star of the Seas making a move. Pentastic over near the rails. Henderson Bay is over racing a trifle. Meet the Stars going up quickly. Armstrong shuffle back, then Plea. Spirit of Westbury, followed by Lottery Prize. Mr. Prudent, Karasi, Homewrecker. Second last, Conair, and Asia is now last as they work to the back. 1400 to go in the Cup, and Star of the Season, a lightning raid, has joined Ebony Honor with Dress Circle in third position. Hale now finding himself out a little wide, followed over on the inside, Mr. Nelson, the early leader. Meet the Stars off the track, a length and a half further back in the field, Cavallo Bruno, followed closely at the head of the others by Soldier Blue and Royal Train. A length and a half to Pentastic, Henderson Bay, followed by Plea, Armstrong, Spirit of Westbury, and then Lottery Prize, Karasi. Mr. Prudent has got 3 behind it, Homewrecker, Asia, and Conair as they come to the side now, and they're bunching up with about 850 to run, and the despised Ruffy has gone to the lead narrowly. Meet the Stars, but Star of the Seas joins it. Ebony Honor's third, fourth Posse is Hale, fifth is Dress Circle, Royal Train, Soldier Blue, Mr. Nelson, Pentastic, Henderson Bay, a length and a half, Mr. Prudent, last year's winner, followed by Spirit of Westbury. Please dropped off, Lottery Prize, the rails, and then Asia, and well back in the field is Homewrecker. Henderson Bay's gone to the extreme outside with Mr. Prudent as they straighten up now, where Hale goes after Star of the Seas into the 250. Henderson Bay and Mr. Prudent joining in. Henderson Bay and Mr. Prudent a race clear. Spirit of Westbury to third, and then Asia. It's Henderson Bay the inside from Mr. Prudent and Spirit of Westbury. Henderson Bay, Mr. Prudent. Henderson Bay's got his head in front. Mr. Prudent lunges at him. Henderson Bay, I think, a nostril to Mr. Prudent. A very tight finish. Third Posse to Spirit of Westbury, followed by Cavallo Bruno on the outside. Next in the run was Asia, followed home by Pentastic, Hale, and then came Mr. Nelson, Homewrecker, further off Dress Circle, Plea, and then Lottery Prize, Meet the Stars, Ebony Honor, Star of the Seas, followed home by On the outside, Karasi, Royal Train, Soldier Blue, and Armstrong and Conair, second last and last respectively in the Sydney Cup of 2002. Terrific finish in the Cup. Henderson Bay on the inside, and Mr. Prudent have hit it absolutely locked together. And from here it looked like Henderson Bay might have just been able to score, but Mr. Prudent is on the outside, and there will only be an eyelash in it. Henderson Bay and last year's winner, Mr. Prudent. I thought Henderson Bay from this angle might have just been able to score, but Mr. Prudent is right there with him. Out of stride. Let's have a look at this free shot here on the line. Oh, gee, Mr. Prudent is right there. It could go either way. It is very, very close. Henderson Bay and Mr. Prudent. Number 9 is the winner. Craig Lead, official AJC judge, tells me that number 9 is the winner of the Cup. Henderson Bay, ridden by Daryl McClellan. Second is Mr. Prudent, which is number 5. And the rider was Corey Brown, and Craig third. Spirit of Westbury, number 3, ridden by Damien Oliver. Waiting on the 4th. Well, the official placings in the Cup. 9 Henderson Bay, Daryl McClellan for Neville McBurney. On tab limited, $6.50 and $2.90. Second placing goes to number 5, Mr. Prudent. He went within an inch of bringing off a consecutive double in the Cup. Corey Brown for George Hanlon.
Amazing scenes, and the black and white checked sleeves, check cap, green colours. Neville McBurney trained. He's got another Cup star, and its name is Henderson Bay. It's number 9. And 4th number to be confirmed. A Guns of Navarone galloper. He trained Lord Highbrow as one of his earlier Cup stars. And now he has Henderson Bay, who's won the Sydney Cup. Cheltenham, they head towards the start. 3.5 minutes of betting time. Joe McKinnon.
Hey. Congratulations, Neville.
Thanks, Joe. Good win. Yep.
The heart would have been in the mouth until that number went up in the frame.
Yeah, actually, I thought the other horse had won it, but, you know, because he had the outside. But anyways, hung on.
It was a fighting win.
Was good. Great.
This is the race you've always wanted to win with him?
Oh, well, yeah, but, you know, hopefully he has a future ahead of him, so we'll push on anyway. See what happens.
Bring on the Brisbane Cup now, eh?
No, I think he'll spell. Melbourne.
Is this one of your most ecstatic moments at the track, Neville?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Great. Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Neville McBurney, trembling, and why wouldn't he be after winning this afternoon's Group 1 Sydney Cup with Henderson Bay in a fighting finish, defeating last year's winner, Mr. Prudent.
Oh, amazing scenes, Joey. Daryl McClellan, I haven't seen a happier Group 1 winning jockey for such a long time. One of the owners actually knocked their hat off up in the grandstand in the elation of the moment, and we'll endeavour to get a chat when they return with Daryl McClellan. Magic of Money, he won a Galaxy aboard many years ago. As they return at Randwick, they head out of Cheltenham. A quick check of the market in just a moment. As they return, look at Daryl McClellan. He's savouring a special moment. Owners were delighted. One of the lady owners here on report. We have link problems with one of our tabs. Joe McKinnon.
George, narrowly defeated.
Yes, I was very disappointed. I thought another stride I wanted, I think. Another stride, but...
Well, he's run a gallant race anyway.
He ran very good. He ran well. I was pleased with him. Would have been, a win would have been great, but still, I was the horse. He didn't let me down. He ran good.
Well done, George.
Thank you.
George Hanlon, gallant in defeat, Brendan.
I'll go and chase Digger, Joey, because that is a moment to savour for a young jockey we don't often see. If you want to stick your microphone in there, Joe, it'll be great to hear what he's got to say as he turns around and talks to the on-course audience. A special moment for him, a young guy who has achieved so much, but this would mean so much. Here he is now.
A sensational performance.
Yeah, it was a good performance. We thought we could win after last week's chairman, and the horse did the rest for us today.
Are you confident you've won? It was a tight finish.
I was very tight. I probably wasn't so confident.
The biggest moment on the racetrack for you today?
Yeah, well, this and the Galaxy, they're my 2 biggest wins. So, yeah, probably this rate's the best.
Well done.
Thank you.
Digger McClellan, and that's his second Group 1 victory in Sydney.
He's got to be thrilled, hasn't he? He looked absolutely elated on the return. Runners in the parade yard at Caulfield. They're just about to start moving in at Cheltenham. We'll leave the scene there at Randwick as we await a scales report through from there. Linda Meach about to go forward on the...
Yeah, nearly ready to go. Reactive coming in on track. Fairy Flash, a narrow favourite ahead of Reactive. Not much between them on the tote. Fairy Flash holding favouritism there just. They're nearly ready. American Graffiti has moved in, so it's just Easy Virtue to get set, and we'll have them right to go. Quaddy numbers so far, all the twos. Now Easy Virtue, the last to move up into the gates. Coming up. Fairy Flash now the firm favourite on track. Reactive having drifted out again. Set to run. 1200, they're ready. Nadu Pegasus taking a dive with an attendant, settled it now, and they're away. Red in the air, Nadu Pegasus, and missed the start. And Panache was slow to move also, and one of the first out, Reactive and Firm. Russian Caravan got away fast. Fairy Flash pushing up along the inside into third or fourth place, followed by Ash Kalita, and then American Graffiti. Easy Virtue settling well back. Born Priceless, Panache the inside, and Nadu Pegasus Firm in front at the 800, led by 3/4 of a length now. Fairy Flash through on the inside, Reactive the outer. A length and a half, Russian Caravan in fourth, placing a half to Easy Virtue. A length further back is Ash Kalita, American Graffiti. 1.5 further back at the 600, Nadu Pegasus, who's out wide, followed by Panache and Born Priceless. Firm led with Fairy Flash getting up underneath it, coming around the home turn. Reactive is wider out. 3 lengths away, then Easy Virtue, American Graffiti, and Russian Caravan from Ash Kalita. They corner now, and Reactive's the widest runners, raced up to Firm with Fairy Flash on the inside. These three are nicely clear to Easy Virtue and American Graffiti, passing the 200 metres. Firm the middle, Reactive the outsides, coming home a touch the better. Fairy Flash can't go on. Reactive gets the upper hand, now opens up and draws away. And it's Reactive coming clear to win it by 2 lengths to Firm second. Easy Virtue got up for third, 2 lengths back from American Graffiti, Russian Caravan. Fairy Flash folding up on the inside, finishing back there with Panache, followed then by Born Priceless, never came into it, and then Nadu Pegasus and Ash Kalita last to go over the line.
Cross the line, 380 and 150. Smart winner, isn't it? Reactive, a Geiger Counter filly who's now won 3 of 8 and beat a high-class field. Firm, the runner-up, $1.70. $1.80, Easy Virtue. But have a look at this for a stylish Geiger Counter filly out of a mare called Victory River for the Sperling family. Luke Curry for Brian Mayfield Smith. Runners parading at Eagle Farm. We can take you there for a brief late mail synopsis in just a moment with Larry Olsen. Close to dangers, a $4 chance. And
around 3/4 of a point on track. Right, John, thank you. So Shogun Lodge, $1.80 and $1.20. He's just into the red here on track, and the only other one under the double figures is Defier on the tote, $4.70. And he's a little better than that and just has drifted a shade in the ring, Defier. And really nothing else being spoken about at this point of time. Shogun Lodge, 44 starts, 12 wins, 11 seconds and 6/3, and he's had the 11 seconds have all been in Group 1ers. 4,495,044 is won in prize money. So Shogun Lodge all the rage here, 180 and 120. I read an interesting report about Shogun Lodge the other day. He's never had a horse come from behind him and actually beat him home. To come from behind him and beat him home. Glenn Boss aboard, and Glenn, of course, will shortly embark on a 3-month riding stint in Macau from the end of this month. Anyway, he looks terrific, Shogun Lodge. Won this race last year. Well, the previous was a rib tickler, the Sydney Cup, with Henderson Bay, number 9, Darryl McClellan, trained by Neville McBurney, scoring by a nose from number 5, Mr. Prudent, trained by that master George Hanlon in Victoria, and went within an inch of bringing off back-to-back Sydney Cups. Spirit of Westbury third. Other winners, Victory Vane, Miss Zoe, Arlington Road, Trail of Gold and Masquerado. Again, a memorable afternoon of racing here at Royal Randwick. Haven't got a crowd figure as yet, but it will be pretty good. So Hey Pronto to come in with Final Fantasy, Blanchard, St. Teresa Way, so too is a Mission, Shogun Lodge, Defier and Kingsgate, the race over the 2000. Good deal of traffic going along nearby Allison Road. Blanchard comes up. Shogun Lodge walks forward now. He's a lovely horse, so placid. Good looker. So, Final Fantasy, who won the Epsom Handicap on the inside track here last spring. He's right. Up comes a Mission, and Kingsgate will be the last to move in. This is the Group 1 San Miguel Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Standard weight for age, $750,000 in prize money. They're ready to break. Oh no, Sail of Century's rider wasn't quite right. More the horse had dropped its head. Everything's right now. They're off this time, and the Shogun Lodge was away well, and so was sent home looking for the lead. Manor Hill, he's a noted leader. He's coming up very, very swiftly, and so too is Blanchard as they travel about 300 metres now. And St. Teresa's also moving forward as I speak. Now, let's take stock, and it's going to be Manor Hill leading the way. St. Therese runs her way into second posse. Sent home third, then Kingsgate, followed by Freemason. Over on the inside is Hey Pronto, followed by Steel Phoenix, and then comes Defar, getting back a Mission with Shogun Lodge and Blanchard, and the last pair of Final Fantasy travelling on the outside of Sail of Century. They're starting to break up now down the back, and Manor Hill puts on the speed in front and leads more than a length on St. Therese. In third position, sent home. Kingsgate running fourth, and 3 to Freemason around Hey Pronto, 1.5 to Steel Phoenix. Defies over on the inside. 3 lengths a Mission and 1 to Shogun Lodge, followed by Blanchard. Second last Final Fantasy, and Sail of Century last, nearly 20 lengths off the lead, which is occupied by Manor Hill. And down the High Street side, about 8.50 left to run. Manor Hill leads the Queen Elizabeth field, 1.5 lengths on St. Therese, a similar margin. Third is sent home. Then Kingsgate, 2.5 to Freemason, a couple of lengths to Hey Pronto. Steel Phoenix on its outside, 2 to Fire, 1/2 a Mission on the outer, 2 to Shogun Lodge, joined by Blanchard. This favourite's a long way back, Shogun Lodge. Second last Final Fantasy, and Sail of Century is another 6 lengths away. Manor Hill comes down to the point of the corner, leading by more than a length on sent home. St. Therese third, Kingsgate is fourth. 2 or 3 lengths further back is Freemason, and then Shogun Lodge. He's over on the inside. He's got about 4 behind him as they top the rise, and down to the 250. Manor Hill in front, a length sent home. Kingsgate, Shogun Lodge is back third last. A Mission, and down the outside Final Fantasy. Here's a Mission after Manor Hill. Forget Shogun Lodge. Freemason is battling on. Here's Freemason, a Mission, and Defire. Here's Defire after Freemason. Defire hits the front, and there's a well-deserved win. Defire and Nostril Freemason. Third Mission, I'd say, from on the inside Manor Hill. And then sent home Hey Pronto, Kingsgate, followed by Blanchard. Good margin off Steel Phoenix. And then came Final Fantasy, St. Therese, Sail of Century, and Shogun Lodge has finished stone motherless last. Defire came up on the inside of Freemason.
Outstanding on the day that Guy Walter says farewell publicly to his great champion Tie the Knot. Signals the arrival of his new star, Defire, Damien Oliver, in the saddle. This De Heer 4-year-old, a sire who's returning to Australia this spring, placed in the Doncaster. And Shogun Lodge, dear, disappointing. Perhaps there should, you would think, it be a reason. Glenn Boss there, he's pulled up pretty quickly. And there is the great champion who disappointed today. But to the new star, Defire, Glenn Boss dismounts. So we'll get a report on what the problem may be. He's being led back at this stage by the clerk of the course. Glenn Boss has dismounted. It's 7-2-9. Fourth has gone to Manor Hill, number 11, 9,675. You saw those shots of elation. The winning owners, the Couriers family, the Murphy families, absolutely thrilled. Look at that. The great emotion and celebration of Group 1 success. And they've done it in a $750,000 last Group 1 of the AJC's Autumn Carnival. What a special moment, a moment they will savour for a long time. Joe, there'll be some happy owners there in that mounting yard and plenty of emotion, no doubt. Have a look at this, some great scenes. The strapper and one of the owners. Joe, that winning feeling, Group 1 winning feeling, doesn't get much better than this.
Trainer, and you've got the Tie the Knot little lapel number there. But,
have a look at that. That is the scene in the mounting yard, and we're awaiting the return of Defire. It's 7-2-9. First 4 in New South Wales, $9,675. 9,675. Guy Walter very soon to talk about that achievement on a day in which they've run 2:04 and 34, and Defier has won, beating Freemason. Enormous run too from Emission, which made up a stack of ground, a horse who's for a long time promised so much. Joey, all yours.
Guy, a new star is born, Defier.
Yes, it's lovely horse, Joe, and proved today that he can win at weight for age level and run the 2000. It's great. Opens up a lot of possibilities for him.
Like the Cox Plate in the spring?
Cox Plate, I think. He'll spell now and get ready for the spring.
An exciting horse he is.
My word, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Joe.
What a day for Guy Walter. He farewells the champion Tie the Knot, but Defier has emerged on the scene. Very sad, though, to see the performance of Shogun Lodge this afternoon. He was led back to scale, and we'll endeavour to find out more shortly. Let's hope that things are okay there.
OK, we'll wait that story, the bittersweet part of this year's Queen Elizabeth, but the happiness of that team of owners we'll endeavour to hear from. One of the owners giving Defier a pat. He's chewing some gum madly, one of the owners. He's pretty happy, and so he should be, after getting to lead in a Group 1 winner. What a great thrill. Damien Oliver, that man with the pom-pom, burst through the pack to claim Group 1 victory, and he's done it in grand style. Shortly, Damien will be dismounting and unsaddling. We'll endeavour to catch a word with him. And as Damien returns, have a look at that smile. One of the best in the business is Damien Oliver, and $750,000. So first prize in the Queen Elizabeth, $487,000. And that takes the prize earnings well up towards the $1 million mark, $487,000. Add that on to the $416,000. You're getting past $900,000 or around $900,000 in prize earnings. As we come back to you at the track, Joe, they're just putting Defier, moving stalls by the looks of things. You're in the scrum down there. All the owners seem pretty happy, Joe. It must be a great atmosphere.
Absolutely ecstatic. Yes, they were so ecstatic they led the horse into the runner-up stall. Damien, congratulations, a great performance.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a great effort. He was didn't travel as well today as he has done in the past, and I was forced to go through the middle of them, and the run almost closed there halfway up the straight, but he managed to force it open.
He's going to look good in the Spring Carnival.
You know, he's a good horse, this horse. When I won on him at Rosehill a couple of starts ago, I always believed there was a good win in him, and didn't offer to be at weight for age today, but I'm glad it was.
A nice Cox Plate type?
Yeah, I mean, it could well be, yeah.
Congratulations. Damien Oliver, the winning rider of this afternoon's Group 1 Queen Elizabeth Stakes.
Hey, Joey, have you got an owner nearby you? I'd love to hear that emotion that we've seen so graphically, but I'd like to hear what they've got to say about their special moment in the sun. If you can grab one of the owners as they start to move in Cheltenham. Glitzy Giru's a favourite. Joe McKinnon, you found an owner?
Yes, I have. This is Jim Curious. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Those cheers were deafening.
Absolutely. He's a magnificent horse.
Have you owned many horses yourself before?
Yes, I have. Quite few. None as good as him. None.
You've got some exciting times coming up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's a magnificent horse, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
The feeling of winning a Group 1 race, Jim?
I'm elated. What can I say?
A few celebrations tonight, I'm tipping.
Absolutely.
And I'm tipping, too, that you're going to have a pretty successful Spring Carnival with Defier.
Cox Plate. Cox Plate. My lifelong ambition.
Good luck in the quest to win one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it. That's what it's all about. Elation at Group 1 level.
Oh, it sure is, Joe, and especially these people, the owners, provide this great show which we savour week in, week out, be it a maiden in the bush or a Group 1 in the city. It's something special if you own one. And Jim Curious is one of the part owners. So he was the one that led Defier back. In the elation of the moment, led it back into the runners-up stall. We await a scales report, 7-2-9-11. Ascot will follow this. The Sires Produce from the West, a Group 3 race. As they move in here, ratings there are 1, 2, 3 and 7. Quick check of the Caulfield ratings. They look this way. On top with the Caulfield ratings, as we bring them up, Tortoise from Crazy Date, Fijark and Leicester Thunderwing 11, 5, 6 and 3. Market fancies look this way. Among them, Minogue at 580, 630 Crazy Date. Check over the page. Almost set for us at Cheltenham. Correct weight is there at Randwick. Tortoise at 380 as we go to Cheltenham.
Balaclava Wednesday, Narracourt Thursday. The reopening of Morphettville next Saturday, a week today. Know what's happened here. Starter's got down off his platform. And I don't know what's happened. Lead rope going in for Share the Wine or Evans, it appears. Or Brother Winston, one of those inside drawn horses. So they might be going to take one of these out. Broadcast. Oh, busted blinkers. Thanks very much, Graham. Now, number 11, Brother Winston has broken his blinkers.
Okay, broken blinkers on number 11. Actually, we'll be able to show you these broken blinkers. On the near side, you can see the blinker there has been broken, so they'll be taken off and a new set will be applied for Brother Winston, Dean Yendel's mount. Ascot due in 3 minutes. We'll be able to show you the scene trackside from there. Runners are behind the start. Hard Rada is the favourite, just ahead of Zoometric. Good race, this one coming up. This is the Sire's Produce. And Hard Rada, the 3, marooned horse that Lulu Ciani puts the polish on. Blundered in the Group 2 Karrakatta, its most recent start. So while these blinkers are reapplied at Cheltenham, Ascot, they're about to go forward. We'll be able to take you trackside soon to Caulfield for the late mail. And we'll be doing that with Alf Matthews very soon. In fact, we can go there now. Here he is for the late mail in just a moment. The numbers, though, we can confirm for the late mail. And they are as follows. That is the scene from the mounting yard at Caulfield. 3, 11, 4 and 5. Alf, just one more to come forward. The Campbell stable at Gawler, represented by Rusty Dusty Gray. Jared Lawrencini, the rider, 5, 1, 3 and 4 perhaps in 4th position. New South Wales, a trifecta, $578. Let's go trackside for the Group 3 Size Produce.
Lights are on. Racing in the Sires, Turn to Dream won the break, but Universal Warrior was quickly dragged back to the tail. Hard Rada began only fairly. Camilleri jumped the Karrakatta plate winner, Confront away in a rush, and Stoneman's going to take him on for the lead. Stoneman goes to the lead now from Confront, and Fem goes up running 3rd. Zoometric 4th, they've turned the speed on. Risk of Flight is 5th, a length and a half to Jag Talk, followed by Turn to Dream, getting back with the filly Frozen Assets. On the rails, Hard Rada inside of Magic Timing, and 2 lengths to Universal Warrior. Stoneman, though, wants to rip and tear in front. He's getting his head high in the air at the 800 mark, but he's raced away by 5 lengths to the filly Fem. Confront 3rd, settling beautifully. A length and a half to Zoometric, followed out on the outside of On the Rail, Risk of Flight, and then Jag Talk, a length and a half, Turn to Dream. They're followed by Frozen Assets. Harvey is starting to push along. Hard Rada back 3rd from last inside of Magic Timing, and Universal Warrior trails the Sire's Produce field as they turn for home of the grey Stoneman. Turn 3 in front of Confront and Fem, and then Zoometric, which has come off the heels of Fem, followed by Risk of Flight. Then came Jag Talk, and Hard Rada to the outside is starting to rattle home. Confront grabbed the lead. Zoometric chiming in. Look at Hard Rada coming with his run. Zoometric, Confront, Hard Rada, Zoometric go to Confront, but it's Hard Rada. Hard Rada gets up and makes amends for his luckless run in the Karrakatta plate, beating Zoometric. Confront, Turn to Dream got up for 4th, and they were followed home by Risk of Flight. Then came Jag Talk, Universal Warrior, Magic Timing, Stoneman knocking up badly, and last Frozen Assets, bar 1 Fem, who pulled up and has finished a distant last.
Oh, congratulations.